All right, it would just do like this. And where's the damn? See, that's what I'm saying. Shit don't be want to act right. Shit ain't cut right. The shit ain't right. All right, there we go. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I apologize. Some technical difficulties. You know, players fuck up. I was ripping and running a little bit last minute, so I did not have everything in order. I apologize for that. But as y'all can see, we have special guests joining us this evening. Well, they ain't no guest. They a damn part of the den. So y'all already know what it is. If you don't know, sir, would you like to introduce yourself to those who may not be familiar with you?
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, man. I'm coming in here to chop it up with y'all. And yes, Lewis, I am beyond a funny one. I am a WWF Intercontinental Champion.
Don't clown around or get putting the man down. All right. So let's see, we got joining us this evening. And I want to send a special shout out before we get started to two very special den ladies. One, shout out to Miss Sarah Lou. I appreciate you. I saw the love that you showed right before the stream. I was checking my email and I was like, good grief. I got to be more on top of that. So thank you so much. And I appreciate you and everything that you do for the den. And also, I got a little box here. I want to say shout out to Miss Grace. I got a little something special in here, and I'm looking forward to putting those up. For those of y'all who don't know what it is, well, you just gonna have to wonder, and I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is, unless you get in the Discord after the stream for the after party. If you're not a part of the Discord, well, I don't know what to tell you, Chief. Figure that out. But let's see what we got in the mix, and then we're gonna get into some real good conversation this evening. Culture it, the Don of the Discord. What's the motherfucking deal? Young Cunt. It's an interesting name. I don't know if that's like some new rapper name. I don't know what's going on. I said I was going to start culturally appropriating the C word. I was actually talking about that in the Discord earlier. I'm going to try to implement it into my lexicon of terrible vernacular. Beyond a funny nigga, I'm just saying your name. What's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to man up holding down the chat and the stream. Jason S. What's the motherfucking deal? The lovely Miss Sarah Lou. Louis 17. I'm telling you, every time I think of 17, I think of the nigga who was supposed to be Pimp C Protege. I don't even know what happened to him after Pimp passed. I don't know what happened. The lovely Miss Marie Lovely, how are you doing? And well, I won't say congratulations, but a little less than 2 weeks. And I'm sure when your husband get home, you hit him with some good old loving, and he'll definitely be happy to be back. The wise man in the building. Yes, hit that like button. Shout out to the wise man. Hold it down. And if you're not a part of the, if y'all not a part of the chat, in the Discord, and hey, look, I don't know what it is. Loving Miss Cartier, how you doing this evening? I appreciate the super chat love, Miss Sarah Lou, Professor Trill, go to hell. Let's see. Joe S, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Appreciate the Jason is Dan's white supremacy. Appreciate the love, Miss Sarah Lou. Strong and grand, the man with the plan. Say Mr. Man Up's goatee game is a mag. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Y'all see this little raggedy. I'm inspired and I'm envious, right? This shit right here, I tell the barber, try to keep this low, make it look like something. This shit right here, I already tell. This shit right here has been going on for months. This shit, sometime in 2020, we like in June, right? In June. It's probably been longer than that. Sometime in 20, and this is all I got, right? I'm trying to embrace the salt and pepper. They say the ladies like the salt and pepper. I'm trying to get Lady Honcho to embrace the salt. I ain't even got nothing here. It's just, it look like some dust. Like I fell into some chalk or something. This shit don't even look good. Unique Rides, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you doing this evening, ma'am? Miss Marie gonna be breaking. Oh, it's going down. They gonna be singing I Bet the Neighbors Know My Name. You know what I'm saying? But all you lovely, wonderful people, I'm glad that y'all could join us this evening. Very interesting topic, man. So I want to shout out to Mr. Man Up because he presented this topic. So I'm going to let him kind of take the reins on the story that kind of got this going. And we're going to talk about a couple other things kind of along this topic. And then we'll open it up. We'll allow y'all to join in via video if you like. If you don't want to put your ugly mug on the screen, then we'll decide if we let you join this conversation. We put ourselves out there. You can put yourself out there. It ain't going to hurt you. But, Mr. Man Up, so, what was the story that originally brought this topic to mind?
Well, this was something that happened like maybe 10 years ago here where I'm at. And actually, it happened not like maybe a couple of miles from where I live. And it was all over the news. And the funny thing about this is, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the breakdown story. Don't know the reason why this lady was getting her car towed, but that's where it started. She was getting her car towed. Now, what she ended up doing was she caught the tow truck driver hooking up the car. You know, a lot of people. I'm gonna let y'all guess the nationality on this because we're gonna play that game today. Uh, she was getting her car towed in the midst of getting her car towed. She ran out there, jumped in her car to take off, but she didn't try. She did take off. Now the story goes is this here. She driving down the street. She accidentally the tow truck driver accidentally get his leg caught up, on the chain. So she's basically dragging him down the street. He's yelling loud as day, trying to get her to stop. She don't stop. Now the businesses, that she's passing up, like the 7-Elevens, the grocery stores, the McDonald's, all of them. Hear somebody yelling. She don't care. She just constantly driving. Even other pedestrians and other drivers are trying to get her to stop, but she keeps going. Now, unfortunately, sad to say, the man passed from his injury. She ended up getting caught, supposedly got 20 years in jail. She served 10 and just now finna grade get out in a couple of weeks. Now, the problem that I have with this is she knew what she was doing because if the people in these stores, all these businesses, heard him screaming, if other drivers trying to flag her down, trying to get her to stop, like, hey, stop. And she just keeps going. Now, at that point, it's not an accident. You knew what you were doing. So my thing is this here is she basically killed this man with no hesitation, no remorse, and she basically 10 years. He was a former military. I forget what branch of the military. I think it was the Navy. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hunter. I forget. I gotta go back and read the story again. But she was Hunter. You know you're wrong.
No. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to practice. But no, I'm trying to get right. Maybe this will work. No, I didn't catch which branch of the military was. I might have missed that part. I might have overlooked that part. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
Which one on that one.
All right, but so don't quote me on that part. But I know he was in the former military, truck driver. Now he leaves behind his kid, all because she didn't want to get her car towed. And we all know there's really 3 reasons why you get your car towed. 1, illegal ticket, illegal parking, or you don't pay your car. Those 3. So it's one of those 3. And this man lost his life behind it. Now, I know that, I don't know if it passed that part. I don't, not 100% sure. But I know when this here happened, they were talking about tow truck drivers are now supposed to become legally able to carry a firearm to protect themselves because of stuff like this. Now, my point in all of this is saying that she can't say that she did not know what was going on. So how you just get 10 years? Matter of fact, how you were supposed to get 20? I think you should have got life, my personal opinion. But she got 20 years max, but only served half of it, 10 years, and she's set to get out in a couple of weeks. So when I got this story on my news feed, I was like, wait a minute, this ain't fair at all. And behind the scenes, me, Honcho, Trill, and a few other guys, and even some of the ladies, we talking about how this stuff is not fair, that if we all commit these same crimes, or even lesser crimes as men, we get harsher punishment. This lady killed somebody because she didn't want to get her car towed. Obviously, you did something wrong, but nobody's just going to tow your car for nothing. So you had to have done something wrong. Now, let's just say he made a mistake and probably grabbed the wrong car. Let's just go with that theory. It still doesn't call for what she did. You can't say it was an accident. You can't say you didn't know. You can't say you didn't hear anything or you didn't see anything or whatever, because it was there. Everybody heard it in the businesses that you passed up. Other drivers trying to stop you. People walking down the street trying to, hey, all that stuff. So what was this man lost his life because of your stupidity. That's my whole ordeal on that.
Now, just doing a little quick Google search and looking at this woman. I'm just saying, and if people say, "Oh, don't judge a book by its cover," right?
No bullshit.
I'm gonna say, judge that book, then read that book. But I'm just looking at the picture. She's smiling in every mugshot. She didn't give a shit. She didn't give a shit about this man at all. Did not give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
Honcho, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Can y'all guess her nationality? Go ahead, Honcho. My bad. We're gonna play this game today. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Honcho.
Yeah. And so, like I said, the what was it? Vehicular homicide, and Alan Lou Rose was the gentleman's name, and her name was Deetra Faries or Faries, or however you pronounce it. Her sister that she didn't realize he was being dragged, all that, whatever. But here's the thing: what happened with it is when the article you shared with me, when I saw it, the most disgusting part to me was the family. Saying, "Oh, well, she served her time and she deserves to come home to her family and all that. We missed her and all that." What about that man who probably was the breadwinner for his household? He had a wife and 2 children. You know what I mean? And so now they go, and it was a newborn, it looks like, apparently. So now what? What happens to them? What happened to them? 10 years later, you got 2 children growing up without a father. Don't they deserve to see their dad? Don't they deserve to see their dad come home? This woman didn't give a shit. This woman just, she did what she did and carried on about her way. Didn't give a damn, and again, has no remorse. But what's unfortunate is that we see these kind of stories time and time again. But like you said, had that been a man, it would have been a whole slew of different charges they would have tried to come up with. And I've never heard of a man only getting 20 years for a murder charge, homicide, whatever you want to call it, negligence, whatever. And then to get 10 years, only do 10 years and get released. You know what I mean? I'm going to pull up the picture here for y'all so y'all can have an image, a couple of images. I like to share images with y'all. And that's what I say. It's really unfortunate for that man's family, and it's really disgusting. Like, now that I've actually kind of had a visual of this woman and just heard, like, every mugshot, and there's multiple mugshots, she's smiling at him. You killed a person. You knew, even if you didn't know at the time what you were up to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you knew after that, the case when people tell you, hey, you've killed this person, et cetera, and you show no remorse. You in there smiling. You in there basically cheesing in your damn mugshots. And like I said, it's unfortunate. Again, she's appealed multiple times, and so I guess now she finally did get it, because the show she tried, I think, in 2018 and in 2019. I think in 2022. So now she's finally tried to. Now she also left the scene of the accident. So
yep.
There's that. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Just like multiple things going on here, and like I said, it's all very, very unfortunate. But again, if you would have turned the table on that situation, if you would have reversed the roles in that situation. Are we having the same story? We're not talking about this story because that man's not getting out anytime soon. Because for some reason, it seems like the court system has a different level of sympathy for women who commit the same crimes, the same atrocities, the same, the same. I mean, just doing the same things. Why is that? Why do you think that is?
I think what it is that us as men, we're scared to speak up on certain things. Mm-hmm. Let me explain what I'm saying. I forget who it was, but there was someone that said a man is more afraid to go to court than he is to go to the doctor. Mm-hmm. And when I heard that, I said, you know what? I'm not going to say makes sense, but I get where he's coming from when he said that. Mm-hmm. Now, I think like this too, just like the LBGT community, if I said those letters correct, women, everybody, they fought for equal rights. I think we need to fight for equal rights as well. Mm-hmm. And I think what this is that we have too much evidence as men to sit here and say, okay, I'm not saying that if this was a man that did this to a woman, that he don't deserve life, but I think that we need to say, okay, look, I did the same thing this person did. why am I getting 50 years when this person was only scheduled, let's just say, to do 20 years? You see what I'm saying? So it just, we need to start saying, okay, put two and two together. Let's put both of these instances together and say, why is it that me as a man getting slapped, you know what I'm saying, in the face, getting beat up by a woman, when she do it, she just get a little, just tap on the wrist. But you do that again, you know, it's like, that don't make any sense. You know, so I think we need to start speaking up more as men of all nationalities, of all backgrounds, of all, you know, everything, and say, okay, this is what needs to happen. We need to make this an even playing field, because this is not right to sit here and say, of all things that goes on, not just, you know, murder or vehicular homicide or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that she got charged for. It just, I'm trying to see if I can put this into the correct words here, but it just doesn't seem like that we're not speaking up. And I think what it is that we as men, we are brought up to say, we shouldn't express our feelings or how things are not fair, nothing like that. We're supposed to just deal with it. Me personally, no, fuck that. I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I'm gonna speak it. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes to the point to where it's not right, and then once we start to express how we really is, then people are gonna start looking at us crazy. But we do need to sit here and start right now and say, look, as men, we want to be treated fairly across the board. We don't want to be treated above, we want to be treated fairly. I have to put that woman's face up there. Oh my goodness.
So I'm trying to make a face on myself. But yeah, but I agree, man. And what's unfortunate, that's one photo. I guess this is a recent court photo. Like I said, I agree. But why don't you think, you know, we got a lot of groups out there fighting for equality, fighting for justice, and under the guise of equality, why aren't the feminists out here wanting equality in sentencing? You know, why don't they fight for that type of equality?
I've said this plenty of times. We've had this conversation plenty of times, man. They only want equality when it benefits them. When it does not benefit them, they shut the hell up. You've seen that. Everybody's seen that. I don't care who you are. You've seen that. You talking about you want equal pay on the job, which I've never ever seen. There go the mugshot, which is smiling. Which I've never ever seen a job pay on a woman less just because she's a woman. That's bullshit. You want equality, you can get what you can do more stuff than you've ever done before. So I don't understand what it is that you're fighting for. Right. It's us guys that need to step up and say, look, when we have a problem, who can we talk to? We're taught to just shut up and deal with it. When we have I think it was Trill. No, it wasn't Trill. I think I sent it to Trill that it was a video about this woman and this man that was in the park, and that was testing his theory. But at first they made it play like the man was abusing the woman. A lot of people tried to stop and help. Then they flipped the roles, making like the woman was abusing the man. Nobody stopped. People just looked and kept on walking. Like, hold up, man. It's the same thing, but you know what I'm saying? You know, nobody says anything. So I think, like I said, we need to start saying, okay, look here. This ain't nothing. This ain't right, excuse me. And I see nobody guess her nationality because I think y'all knew where I was going to go with that. You see what I'm saying? And Honcho wasn't lying. You see she's smiling right there in her mugshot. Who smiles on a mugshot? Come on, man.
Exactly. Hold on. There's actually, I think, multiple different times that apparently she's taking. Let me see. Let me pull up another one of these here. And this is what I'm saying. You know, it's again, it's very, very unfortunate. Let's find a better looking picture of. I'm not being. Oh, there we go. That's something serious right there. But yeah, it's unfortunate, and you know, like I say, it's been time and time again, because there've been multiple cases, not just this one. You know, I mentioned some very peculiar case I've seen, and again, it's not just a black thing, but there was a story of a 19-year-old woman who was at the time already on house arrest, had a guy come over, told the dude to come over, whatever, held him at knife point, and told him that if he didn't have sex with her, she was going to stab him and kill him.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
You know what she got after already being on house arrest and doing all that? Like 3 years of probation. That's it. Now, had you turned the tables, people would be talking about throw that man away for life, get rid of him. Don't, he's a scumbag, and I'd be right there along with you saying that he's a scumbag, that he's a piece of trash. But you had a lot of women just, you can't really look in a situation like that. You don't know. Obviously, she's crazy. And again, I don't know how many of y'all have been in a situation with a woman and you deny her sex, and especially a particular kind of woman. It can be life threatening. You've seen multiple instances of this. But then to flip the script, and that was a black young lady. I seen a white girl who had her ex-boyfriend come over. Same situation. What happened to her? Nothing. I think she got again another slap on the wrist. You know what I mean? Because like I say, we see women as the weaker sex. We see them as incapable of these things because, like you said, for so long we've been told to keep quiet, don't say this, don't say that. And in doing that, you allowed a lot of women to get away with a lot of shenanigans. And then people just didn't want to believe it. Oh, it's not true. It's no way, because nobody ever said anything about it. Nobody ever spoke on it. And so now when people are actually speaking on it, saying it, now you got certain groups, well, y'all just need to stay out of women's business. Well, y'all are our business. If we have to deal with you, y'all are our business. Now, if you prefer eating Lucky Charms and Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles and you're on that other side of the spectrum, then hey, that's a whole different story. Stay out of women's business because obviously that don't pertain to you. But again, like I said, then this is her, I guess, after being found guilty on all counts. Maybe she thought she was going to get away with it or something. Now she looks a little sadder in this photo. But we're going to get rid of this heathen and get her off the screen because she is a very rough looking woman. Is Miss Grace in here now? I don't know if you were in here earlier. I didn't see you in here earlier. But I wanted to make sure I said thank you for the special surprise. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. And if they want to know, they got to get in the Discord for the after party, named by Mr. Man Up himself, after the stream is over with, right? So, again, like I said, I find it very unfortunate. So, we say we want equality. We say we want fairness in these arenas. So how should it be? I mean, one, I don't know how we go about getting it, but should it be that women receive equally as harsh sentences? Should men receive lighter sentencing? Because again, the act itself is the act itself. It doesn't matter who's doing it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like I say, when it comes to it's racial topics on here, people saying this, and even on that last one I did with the and the chick, for those who watched it, she did get arrested. The Brittany Kennedy chick, she did get arrested. She got charged with not homicide, kidnapping and battery, assault and battery, something like that. Both felony charges in Georgia. Because once you remove a person, like, y'all know how easy it is to get a kidnapping charge. All you have to do is literally like pick a person up and move them to the other side of the room against their will. And you are kidnapped. So if you drag a bitch all the way out the fucking thing by her hair, it's probably going to be a wrap for you.
Some states, it's if you don't let them move, like if I'm blocking you where you can't move, I ain't got to move you. I'm not just not letting you move. It's considered kidnapping.
That's tough.
But I want to go back to Strong and Grand. You was right, man. When Honcho was talking about the woman that pulled a knife on that guy and talking about, if you don't have sex with me, I'm going to stab you, that is rape.
Yeah.
Now imagine if that would have happened to a guy. We already know what happened. So we ain't got to imagine. We already know. That's a horrible thing, and I'm not trying to condone it any kind of way. Anybody that does it, that kind of act, does need to, suffer some consequence. But to answer your question, Honcho, how do we make this better? No, if the law says that if you do this here, you're going to get 10 years. You should get 10 years no matter if you're male or female. That's equality. If you are male or female, if the law says 10 years, it's 10 years. Not just because you're a female. I'm going to give you 2 weeks probation. No. 10 years. Male or female. We should have the same amount of everything going on. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. not too long ago, like maybe a week or so ago, I was talking with my wife about this because we were watching something on TV, and I was talking. Matter of fact, we was watching a YouTuber, and golly, I'm trying to remember the story because I was telling my wife this what happened to a good friend of mine. I think I told you this story before, Hunter, but what happened on this YouTube channel was this guy was trying to go to his ex-girlfriend's house to go see, get his kids. But she was complaining that it was like 6:30 in the morning or some shit like that. And she had her new boyfriend to come, get him off and out of her off of her property, blah blah blah. And I was telling my wife, I said, that's what happened to a friend of mine. And it was something of that nature where he was going over there to go be with his kids. She called the cops on him for trespassing. So he ended up going to jail for trespassing. And if he was to go back over there again, he could spend 10 years in jail. Because he got multiple offenses for trespassing just to go to be with his kids. Now, what kind of crap is that? You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is this here. At the end of the day, you should be happy that this man is trying to be with his kids. You should be happy that this man is trying to, oh my goodness, Sarah. Ooh, that was funny. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm gonna ruin you. It's not comes. You know, raw as law around these parts.
Oh my goodness.
I appreciate you loving this.
That was funny. That was funny. Oh, I forgot what I was saying now.
No, about the but yeah, to have that ability though is really unfortunate, like I say, because there are a lot of situations that are like that. It's 50-50 when it comes to the finances, but then when it comes to having some say-so and seeing your children, no, these are my kids. This is my say-so. That's what got the Brittany chick in the situation that she was in anyway, because you allowed the kids apparently to go with the baby's father to go to that woman's house. That got you all mad. You following behind him to see where it's at. So he has no say-so to where you're taking them. And I'm sure when you clubbing and doing whatever else, because I've had some people reach out to me and say some things, and I don't know how true it is, but if some of these allegations that they have said about these young ladies, some people said they knew personally, are true, then, you have no care about that. So he gets no say so, and that's why I say I think those things are unfair, especially when we're talking about, the child, the legal system when it comes to children. Like the government should not be in your I think I'm going to end up being a libertarian for it's all said and done. Because it's so much shit I'm just looking, I'm like, the goddamn government is not supposed to be in your business. And none of this shit. It should not be in your health business. We've seen the fake emails. I'm not going to talk about that because we know what platform we're on. But people have been saying that for a long time. And now they're talking about the mask didn't work. You see, they shouldn't be in your business for relationships. They shouldn't be in your business when it comes to your children, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't really be in everything when it comes to education. Like I'm really anti-government, but people have gotten to the point, especially when black folks have just become so dependent on government daddy, they wouldn't want to hear such a thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, man, it's
Sarah's on one today.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like I said, like that happened to your friend. Like, and then what is she telling the kids? If she's willing to be that malicious, no, there's no way that I wouldn't believe that she said, "Oh, your daddy don't care," or saying all kind of shit. Well, why don't daddy come over? You're not gonna tell the kid, "Well, I put a fucking trespassing order on him because he tried to come see you." They gonna say, everything else.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yeah. He died like maybe 6, 7 years ago of cancer. So that's right. They'll never really get that answer. Yeah. They only gonna hear one side of the story.
Yeah. And that's I do.
I think it was more than that, but anyway. Yeah. So the thing is this here though. It's a whole. Matter of fact, you remember that what I sent you about? Nah, Miss Sarah, no, don't put me in that one. See that right there? No, don't put me in that one, Miss Sarah. Oh, I can't do that, Miss Sarah. Wife will come down to my man cave and destroy everything.
She gonna be throwing the man down. She gonna be.
Don't do that one. She threw me off again. I forgot what I was gonna say. Golly, she threw me off again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I forgot what I was saying.
You were saying about that he had passed away. He never got a chance to tell his side of the story, and then
he's not gonna never get a chance to tell his side of the story because of this. Because of that, because he's, what I'm saying, because you see stuff like
Did I go janky? Let me make sure the net ain't trying to get.
It's like, okay, look, I agree with you. Nope. Now.
Oh, and now it kind of froze up on me for a second, and then I'll make sure my internet wasn't tripping. Okay, all right. But you were saying that right after you said that you only have one side of the story, it froze up for a few seconds, about 5-6 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they only gonna get one side of the story, and we see this stuff all the time. And what I'm saying is this here, is that I agree with you. Nobody should be in your place. Nobody but you and the person that involved, I should say. You know what I'm saying? We all make bad decisions. We have to learn to live with those decisions. But because things don't go your way, a lot of us like to sit here and say, well, I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do this here. This and that going to happen. No. We should just say, okay, I made a mistake. What can I do to learn from it? Move on. But we as people, and when I'm saying we as people, you know exactly what I'm trying to say. That I'm trying to keep this kind of just a little bit PG because of YouTube, and you already know what I'm talking about because I sent you that text before I told you to watch something, so you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure y'all probably know what I'm talking about as well through some of y'all. But anyway, we as people do need to sit here and say, okay, when we made the mistake, sit here and say, look, what did I do to get myself in this? Okay, I'm not going to do this again. Or what can I learn from this? Or things like that. But no, we don't do that. We find it easier to blame someone else for our misfortunes and to go ahead and say, well, it was his fault, or it was her fault, or it was their fault. No, you got to put some blame in there too because you was in it too as well. I say this all the time to even to my daughter, my wife, even myself. I'll be like, okay, what did I do or not do? Okay, and then go from there. It depends on what the situation is. But see, we as people, we don't do that. So that's why I say when we talk about being something equal, we do have to sit here and take blame on when it comes, directly to us as well too. We don't do that. We'll say we just throw it all over there to that side and say, no, I'm okay. I ain't do nothing wrong. When you did play a part in whatever the situation is, because if you didn't, then your name wouldn't be in it. You wouldn't be in it at all, if you get my point.
I agree. And for those who may or may not believe, what I was saying about that, now, I wanted to bring this up. This is the young lady that I mentioned. And I'm going to tell y'all, makeup is sorcery. It is the devil. I've been stumbling across some stuff lately, and I thought I knew of the witchcraft of makeup. I am uninitiated, right? So we're gonna put it like that.
I told you I call makeup or war paint.
This was what she did at the time. She was 17. At the time she was 17. So I'm share this with y'all right here. And at the time she was 17. Doing all kind of crazy stuff. All right, and you see how she looks here, right? This is why I be telling y'all, fellas, take them. Oh, and shout out to Miss Tenny because she told me now they got makeup good enough to survive the pool and the beach. So, fellas, no, I don't know what to tell y'all. I used to say take them on the first date to the pool or something like that. Obviously, that is no longer the case. Lestina, that's a terrible. Whoever gave her that name needs to go to jail. Lestina Marie Smith, 17, accused of attacking the man in Saginaw, Central Michigan, forcing him to take part in both vaginal and oral sex. He's accused of pinning him to the ground at knife point before carrying out the assault. Charged with 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and is due in court February 3rd. Now, looks like a completely different person in this image here. And we already know about the filters and what the filters do. That is terrible. If convicted, could be sentenced to life in prison, right? She had been charged with 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual, all that stuff. She was refused bail and being held in the county jail. So now you say, well, what happened to her? If those charges were that serious that it could be up to life in jail, I'm going to have this. I'm going to use your website. Accused of raping man at knife point gets probation. 18-year-old woman accused of raping a man at knife point will spend the next 5 years on probation and 25 years on the sex offender registry. What does that mean to her? That means nothing to a woman. Putting a woman on the sex offender registry does not mean a nigga do not. Niggas don't give a damn if a bitch is on the sex offender registry. Like niggas. So I blame you, dirty niggas out there too. But yeah. These are 15. One count of second-degree criminal sexual conduct, a 15-year felony. Right? In addition to probation, the rest she's complete sex offender treatment, no contact with the 20-year-old. She was 17 and raped a 20-year-old man. But he got, and then she damaged his vehicle and his content. So this bitch was crazy. Now, I guess she was denied bail, so she did the 313 days in jail. That's still nothing. That's not even a year. You know what I'm saying? Or he was 19 at the time it happened. And she videotaped part of the incident and threatened him with a steak knife. Right? Anyway, we know about steak knives. That was the other situation that took place in Ohio earlier where the cop was a very accurate shot, right? Now, I want to talk about simping because I didn't know about this part. The man wrote a letter asking the judge not to send Smith to prison, right? They had dated for about 2 months in late 2016, according to the man's testimony. Never in dealing with her, never did she appear to be someone who was a threat to society. Mental health issues, lack of criminal record, other circumstances were mitigating factors. Mental health is such a crazy thing. So, like I said, it's a whole lot of shenanigans. He allegedly had a sex tape that he's going to put out on social media. She wanted to make one with him so that she would have one to keep him from putting his out there. That was the reasoning. But again, if you flip the script on all of this stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? If you flip the script on all of this stuff, this terrible, terrible story here, we'd be talking about a man you would never see again. He would be thrown away. He'd be in prison right now, and it would be a wrap for him, right? But yet, somehow here we are, and, you know, there it is.
I feel like this here. Let's start with this. Mm-hmm. What woman would write a letter to try to keep the man out of jail? Let's start with that one. Wow. What woman would write a letter? Yeah. Just saying. Now let's go ahead and go to the crime itself. We're not gonna say a knife. We're not gonna say he's stronger than her. We're gonna go. We are gonna say a knife. We're not gonna say a gun or anything like that. We're gonna say the same thing that she did. Use the knife to get at him. What do y'all think would have happened? Let's just be real. Mm-hmm. You heard plenty of charges of doing this to women. Mm-hmm. Even with no weapon, still getting 20, 30 years in jail.
Mm-hmm. Deservedly so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he don't. Mm-hmm. I'm nowhere near saying he don't deserve it. Let's just put that disclaimer out there because he does deserve it. Mm-hmm. But this woman used a weapon. Mm-hmm. We all know a knife can cause harm, can kill. Mm-hmm. So let's just get that out the way right there. But she had a weapon and was forced and raped. So how come she ain't getting 20, 30 years in prison? Mm-hmm. Come on. It's been plenty of times that these teachers having sex with these students. Matter of fact, I never forget there's a couple years ago when I was in New York and my wife took a vacation to New York. There was a story about this woman had sex with a student, got pregnant. She didn't even get fired or anything. No jail time, nothing. She was just forced to resign. She still kept her teacher's license. She just went to another school district to teach. Come on now. The evidence is there, but no one. That's why I say we as men, we do have to say, okay, look. If you can't just flip flop it. If it's gonna be on this way on this side, it got to be the same way on the other side. Plain and simple. I'm not saying that when you commit these crimes, no jail time or the less harsher penalty. No, it should be the same thing across the board. That's fairness. And you're right, Hunter. Women don't talk about fairness when it comes to stuff like this. But you talk about fairness when it comes to money, like the WNBA. I ain't gonna get into that, but still, you know what I'm talking about. You did. Yes. But anyway, no, women don't talk about fairness when it comes to stuff like that. This is why I say, I've said this a long time ago, you only want equality when it benefits you. You don't want equality across the board at all because you don't want to work as hard as a man do. You don't want to get the harsher penalties like men do. You don't want nothing. You just see the outcome, and that's what you want. They just keep it real. They just keep it real. I mean, like I just said, what woman would write a letter to the judge to say, don't put him in jail? I know he did something wrong, but don't put him in jail. Hell no, you're going to say, lock this motherfucker up, give him twice, 2 or 3 times the amount of time you're going to give him. Mm-hmm. If you are going to write a letter, that's what you're going to say.
Mm-hmm. Shit, you got the ones who out here falsely accusing don't even want to rescind the shit. You know what I mean? So much less those that it actually really happened to. So I mean, that's the thing. And you see, like I say, you see these false accusers, and they try to take the shit to the grave. And then if they can't get you on those charges, then they try to get some type of civil suit out of it. Like, how many NFL careers have we seen ruined by women who were willing, consensual participants, but when they realize, hey, I'm not getting a free ticket, I'm not getting along for the ride, all of a sudden then it became a rape. Then it became something like that. There was another case I was looking at because I remember from a couple of years back. It was a Seattle woman, and I remember apparently this man woke up to a woman riding him, had his hands pinned back. They both were at a party. He didn't know this woman. Somehow she broke into his apartment, and she was 28 years old, a mother of 3. I guess if you going and raping men, you might end up being a mother of 3. Yeah. Anyway, and so. Once he got up, he got her out of there, and she pinned him. When he woke up, she told him to be quiet. And continued to try to ride him. He got her off of him, pushed her out the apartment, and threw a cigarette at her. I guess he was trying to whatever. But apparently, allegedly mental illness, etc., etc. Of course, it's always mental illness. And guess how much time she did?
Let me guess, nothing.
Oh, well, she did a little bit. 9 months.
Okay.
Not
9 months.
9 months. You know what I'm saying? Not only did you broke into this man's apartment that you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? You raped this man. You know what I'm saying? You violated him. I mean, these are multiple charges here, and all you got was 9 months and put on the registry. And again, putting a woman on a registry, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because again, niggas is dirty, niggas is foul, and then niggas go, if it'll open up, they'll hit it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joe on it right there. I agree. Joe says too many women want the authority of a man, the privilege of a woman, and the accountability of a child. Man, I'm gonna steal that from you. Look at me.
Yeah, you're lying. I'm gonna talk about that one. That's a good one, Joe. Yeah. Too many women want the authority of a man, the privilege of a woman, and the accountability of a child.
Yeah, I like that. We'll pin that for a second there. And so
I can use that one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Chuck, but I'm gonna disagree with you. Black men don't want the power and the authority of the white man. They want the power and authority of men. But like I say, we are in a matriarchy, unlike other cultures, other groups, other races who are in a patriarchy. Because like you said, Jose can go hit that Home Depot, stay at Home Depot all day, catch him a couple little day labor gigs, come home. What's the Milagro, Maria, whatever you want to call it. She's gonna have some homemade tacos. She's gonna have some arroz con leche, arroz que pollo, all that shit. She's gonna have a meal for him at home. And when daddy get home, the kids gonna say, "Dad, my daddy's a hardworking man. He is what he is." All black men want is respect, but we don't get that. Black women have been shitting on black men since the early '80s, late '70s probably. All these shows, all these things, and black women have had a voice and have an outlet for a long, long time. And it's just now where black men are starting to speak about their experiences, and as soon as they do, they get attacked. They're getting attacked from every angle. It's and again, it's different for the black community, especially in America, because like I said, we don't live in a patriarchy. We sit here and talk about how single moms run most of it. Wouldn't that be a matriarchy? If single women are black women are the most educated. They're the ones taking care of the households. They're the ones doing all that. So this is not a patriarchy that we're living in, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but yet you hear more black women holler patriarchy than anybody else, right? But we don't benefit from that. How? In what culture? In what part of the black community is there a patriarchy? Y'all say all the niggas in jail. The ones that ain't in jail, either dating out their race or they gay or some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's always something. So I disagree. It's not that black men want to be treated, i.e., like white men in this certain sense. But yeah, I guess you could say you are right, because we just want respect, the same respect that you would give a white man. Because we've seen it multiple times here. A black woman will talk a certain way to a black man and then give a white man complete respect. You know what I'm saying? Black women who work in offices or in corporate buildings, things like that, they don't talk to their white cohorts the same way that they'll talk to a nigga on the street, nigga in the club, or somebody who's trying to be pleasant with them. I mean, we talked about it multiple times. But I don't want to say too much, because then somebody will come in here and accuse me of self-hate if I start saying certain things.
Speak on it, Honcho.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is these are true things. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. Again, like I said, I know a lot of people like to down talk the other gentleman, Mr. Kevin, who talks about a lot of things, but you hear it if you really actually listen to him instead of trying to find ways to discredit him, because nobody can ever discredit what he says. They just, like I say, what is he saying? You get Trill in here, he knows it. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right, sign language. You know what I'm saying? If your point can't be disproven, it becomes insults. It becomes all that other stuff. It becomes, you must be gay, like we were just saying, or you must be this or that, when you want to hold women accountable, right? And so if a man says, I don't like this particular thing about women, oh, well, you gay. Well, if I say you look like a clown because you got a lot of shenanigans, a lot of crazy stuff going on with you, and I say, hey, that's not appealing to me. If I wanted that particular look, why wouldn't I go to the culture that is naturally that way, right? If I say some stuff like that, then, oh, your mama black, you hate yourself, or all of these things. I mean, we're just simply pointing out facts. And then, you're the bad guy. And that's all we're saying. It's like, we don't understand. As soon as black men start trying to, one, hold each other accountable to make better decisions, and then in hopes of maintaining the what is it, like 85% rate that black men are marrying black women when they do actually get married, and saying, hey, these particular behaviors, the Cardi B's, the Trinas, the Megan Thee Stallions, that's not what we want. Yeah, we'll fuck on that, and we'll fucking duck. We'll hit it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll throw it out the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
I say that all the time. Mm-hmm. I say that all the time. I said women like that, yeah, we'll fuck. Yeah. That's about it. Mm-hmm. There's no ring. We're not trying to have a family. We're not trying to have a whole life relationship with you. We're not trying to do none of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll just fuck. That's it. But if that's what you want, then yeah, we're gonna give it to you. Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, about what you were saying about their parents, Monique said something. I didn't even know about it. Actually, my wife was telling me about it. Mm-hmm. That Monique was at an airport or somewhere, and she saw a bunch of women with bonnets and dirty, dingy-looking clothes on, and made a video or something on her social media saying that, women of all races need to, present themselves better, and women start attacking her. Mm-hmm. And I look at it like this here. I said this here. Look, if you don't want to listen, then you go right ahead. Don't get mad when somebody only wants you because you put yourself out there as a prostitute, and don't get mad when you ain't getting what you want in life when it comes to a man. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of Monique like that, but I agree with what she was saying. Look, at the end of the day, man, you present yourself how you want. That's your life, your business. Nobody's telling you this, telling you what to do. But if you want certain things out of life, you're going to have to give those certain things out of life. You're going to have to say, okay, this is what you're going to have to present. Just like if you're going to a job interview, you ain't going to wear no sandals, no cut-up jeans, shorts, nothing like that. Correct. What you going to do, you're going to dress accordingly to try to get that job. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or that promotion or whatever the case may be. It's the same thing what it is in life. Nobody's saying wear a three-piece suit or a ball gown, you know what I'm saying, just to go to Walmart, get some meat. No, nobody's saying all that. What we are saying is how you present yourself to the world is how you're going to get treated.
And I want to say shout out to Ms. Gracie. She's the one that actually informed me about it, the conversation. And it's funny because, like I say, I take the little one with me sometimes when I go dash, when I go do other things, and I point things out, and I just, we make her. Now she points out, and she caught me, and I was actually proud of her when she did, because I was going out and I had my do rag on my head. I try to, when I ain't doing nothing too important, I'm like, she's like, hey, that's the same as a bonnet. You going out there with your do rag on. I said, you know what, you're absolutely right, and I took it off. And I didn't think about it, because like normally, like I say, if I do, I have it on the car and I take it off when I do go into a building or whatever. I say, you know what, there's no point in me leaving the house really with this on. So you know what, and if I'm going to set this example, I'm going to say that, from now on, yeah, there's no point in me. If I'm outside the house, there's no point in me wearing it. Like I say, I don't wear it in the building, so why am I even taking it? I can wait till I get back home to put it on. It's no big deal. But like I say, everywhere. And I know Ms. Grace was saying that she was saying that, it's not as much up there, and it may be a cultural thing, because let's be honest, it's only one group doing the bonnet thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen a Latina woman in a bonnet, a do-rag, shower cap, none of that. I know the old cartoons used to have, what was it, Andy Cap? That used to be my shit. Andy Cap, and his wife used to always beat his ass every time he came home drunk. But, but it's just like everywhere. Like I see it every single day. If I leave the house and I go into a public place, and especially the Wally, even my favorite place on the planet, HEB, you know what I'm saying? It does not matter. Anywhere I go that, other, black people frequent, I'm going to see it. And it's like, so my question is, at what point does it become important enough to take it off? What is the event that you're waiting for to take off the bond? Like, if it's not important enough for you, you're in public. If it's not important enough to take it off on a plane, you're in public around thousands of other people, in the grocery store, whether it be Wally World. When is the time? When is it appropriate to take it off? Like, when does it come off? Does anybody? I would love to hear somebody in chat let me know when it comes off if y'all know. But
Miss Sarah, you own one today. Why would I need a bonnet?
Nah, so you got a chef hat. You know what I'm saying? When he be up there whipping up the cookies, the hat be shaking. He be on there mixing it up. You know what I'm saying? But
oh my goodness.
Yeah,
she's on one today.
Yeah, that's the only place I would think, Ms. Gray. That's the only place I've never seen it. That's the only place I've never seen them, especially in a popular black setting, is the club. And that's more niggas anywhere than in the club than anywhere else. But no bonnets there. But anywhere else, there was a deal, what was it, in Madison, I think it was, where the damn principal had to come and say, tell the parents, stop wearing bonnets to come to have the meetings with the teachers. Stop wearing bonnets. They had to put a bonnet ban. And guess what? Who got mad?
Yeah.
They got mad about it. Like,
that.
Are we that bad? Is it that bad that when a professional black woman says, hey, man, this is unprofessional. You're coming here to have a meeting about your kids. And one, you embarrassing your children coming up to school like this. Kids see that shit. And they go, my boy, your mama came in that bonnet and robe. And the robe flapped open. I seen that junk in the trunk, boy. And now you done running joke. Because a lot of mamas don't be giving a damn. And y'all don't realize that your kids get tortured for that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all think that shit cute. And And then what kind of example does that set for children? Like, oh, well, school's not that important. My mom don't even, and she won't even get dressed up to come here, so why should I care? You know what I'm saying? Like, it must not be that important. They mad at the teacher. They were trying to cancel the teacher for saying stuff. Just like you said about about Monique. Just like, you're getting on a plane. You're out in public. Like, what? I don't know. You're getting flued out. You don't want to mess your hair up? What's going on?
Those days to be over with. Look here. Speaking of that, it was a couple of years ago where the schools had they gave parents a dress code.
Yeah.
Because you would see the parents wearing this little, back in the day when I was going, they called them coochie cutters. Wearing those, wearing the little hot tops, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, up to the schools to drop their kids off or pick them up. And of course, I would see that too when I'm taking my daughter to school picking them up. I'm like, what the hell? Why would you walk out the house looking like that? But then you get mad if someone approach you or something. You know what I'm saying? You present yourself a certain way, you're going to get approached a certain way. That's just how it is. You present yourself a certain way, people are going to talk about you a certain way. People are going to talk about you regardless, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the Derrick Jackson thing, people are talking about his wife with the damn bonnet. But at least she was at home.
Yeah.
At least she was at home. So I give her that much. But I'm not trying to bring that situation up. But what I'm saying though is this: you present yourself a certain way, how you think the world's going to perceive you. And I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't care what nobody thinks. That's a damn lie. I don't know why people came up with that saying, because that's a damn lie. Because if I told you you look good in that damn bunny, you'd be like, oh, thank you. So that's bullshit. You don't care what nobody thinks. That's a lie. So at the end of the day, yes, Joe asked, I did say coochie cutters. That was back when I was growing up, when the girls started wearing those little bitty shorts. But anyway, but no, I know, and I do agree. It's like I could understand you at home. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything important. But even my wife with my little girl, you know what I'm saying? My wife she'll tell my daughter the same thing that her mom told her. If I didn't love you, I would let you go out looking the way you looking any kind of way. See what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not a woman. I don't know nothing about that, but I kind of do growing up with nothing females in the house. But it is a certain way that you present yourself. So if you want equality, hey, guess what? You gotta present yourself a certain way. And I forgot who put that in the chat. You're right. I agree with you. The only time that they be trying to look great or wonderful is in the club, which don't make no sense. You're not gonna find some. Well, I ain't gonna say you're not, but it's very rare that you'll find the love of your life in the club, because if so, then the love of your life would be at work, be at home trying to handle his or her business, things like that. You see what I'm saying? Miss Sarah, you own me today, man. You getting on me today. I don't know what I do to you today. But now what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, man, just look at it like this. Like I said plenty of times, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm clean club right now. Guess what? I try to look good for my wife and my daughter all the time. I try to present myself a certain way to my little girl. Yeah, there has been times I come on here and I need to, shave a little bit. Yeah. But when it's time for us to, go out, when me and my wife have date night, or we trying to do something special for each other, with each other, nah, I'm cleaning myself up. And I'm teaching my daughter, you know what I'm saying, try to, at least look presentable, you know what I'm saying, because when you go up in life, guess what? You go get a job, like I said before, you go for a promotion, or, whatever the case may be. You want to look a certain way. And I'm not saying, like I said before, I'm not saying go crazy with the makeup or go crazy trying to wear a three-piece suit just to go to McDonald's or Walmart or whatever. No, I'm just saying whatever, certain things is for the house and certain things are for outside, and just leave it at that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I concur. Give me just a moment here. Let me find this link, because I will open it up in a second for those who are interested in joining us and sharing their thoughts. So give me just a moment. I'll put the link in there in just a second. 12. How are you? It's been a long time now. Or it's been a while. Not too long. I think you popped up in not too long ago. But yeah, what Coochie Cutters is I remember the first time I heard that was from some cousins back in Beaumont. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Country cousins.
Yeah.
But I remember, the Daisy Dukes. What was the other one? It was another one. It was another one that they used to call. And I don't know. Daisy Duke ain't have no ass. Like I don't even. Anyway, that's a whole nother story to get into. That's a whole nother den topic. My mind started wandering and going into a whole other place. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And it's to the point where it's like, a person, you can give these people this advice, and we can say these things, but then people, they have their mind made up because, they to them, it's worth the attention that they get. You know what I'm saying? It's worth the attention that they receive, whether it be good or bad. They'd rather have somebody looking at them than nobody paying attention to them at all, and that's how they feel. But in reality, in my personal opinion, nothing looks better than a woman who is conservatively dressed, but knows that, that she looks good, that, but she can still dress nicely. And it was Rafe said about wearing the bathing suits in the airport. There was a couple of videos, I think they were last year. I don't think I did both. I think I did one of them, but there was one previous. Women, basically, I remember, I think I said something about 72% of the titty was out or something like that. Basically wearing nothing but, very revealing clothes. And one of them was in there with her son. You know, and that bothers me the most. And she was a Playboy model. She was getting flued out, and she
Oh, I
had
remember that one. Yeah.
and she had her son with her, and you know, and then she made a big deal. Oh, they made me put a shirt on. Okay, yeah, you know, it's inappropriate. Like you were falling out of there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining, but you know, I can see where other people would find fault with it. I mean, there's a level of appropriate. Like, I'm an inappropriate person. It is what it is. I'll accept that. So, but in common polite society, which I don't belong in, but hey, it is what it is. That's not appropriate. You know what I'm saying? I'd be the nigga like, hey, what you putting that shirt on for? But then there was another one. There was another chick probably like a couple of months before that. Same thing had happened, and I don't know if y'all remember that. Where the pilot actually came out and talked to her, and the pilot was trying to get his Mac a look, you know, I think you look good, but you know, it's just the rules. And he was smooth ass. I'm like, I see you, motherfucker, trying to get your Mac on. He's like, well, what if I go in, I'm gonna get my locker and I give you one of my shirts, you know, would you be all right? And you know, and here's the thing. Accept the shirt, get on the flight, and then halfway through the flight want to take the shirt off. Like, you already know what it is. You already know what's going on. So like, why make a big deal about it? Like, what is really hurting you to say, hey, you know what, it's kind of inappropriate, you know, got kids here. Some of the kids don't know what cleavage is. I remember there was a kid, and I'm going to go way back. I remember there was a kid in my class, I want to say 3rd or 4th grade, I can't remember. I remember his name, I'm not going to say his name. I'm actually going to look him up on Facebook after this is over, because now I'm super curious. But his mom would not let him. We had like, you know, school day, they watch movies. You know, when they used to roll the TV into the classroom, you knew it was going down. When that TV, when they used to say they go get the TV, oh, it's going down. But we got to watch we had to watch the little, not had to, but it was like we were watching the Little Mermaid one day. But he was not allowed to watch the Little Mermaid because it showed too much cleavage. That was his mom's thing. And I, you know, back then I was like, what a weirdo. But I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people are allowed to, especially in this day and age, if you're not ready to have them conversations and you know, do all that stuff, it is what it is. But it's in real life and in person and all in somebody's face, these may be questions you don't want to get into with your kids, you know, right then and there. Then a lot of these women don't understand, don't think about the impact that a lot of this shit is going to have on their children in the long run. So somebody mentioned OnlyFans. It was that was that chocolate? Yeah, chocolate. And like I said, yeah, and a lot of these women who did that, especially a lot of these young women who've done that, like, look, the internet is forever. You know what I mean? You put yourself out there trying to promote this and this because you saw other women getting it. You know what I mean? And now you put yourself out there. A lot of these women have kids. A lot of these were moms and other different stuff. And now these kids going back to school, no, heard your mom got OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, seeing the pictures circulating around schools or people showing shit on their phone. Like, what do you think what kind of trauma is this to these children? And I've seen women who respond to, oh, well, we raise our kids not to, you know, be judgmental and all that. It doesn't matter. They're still children and they want to gain the respect of their peers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be ostracized. They're going to be clowned. Like, they'll never fit in. No matter how bad they want to, no matter how much they don't want to follow in the footsteps, they're going to be traumatized because you couldn't keep it under wrap, because you just had to go out seeking some attention. And like I say, selling your booty hole for $4.99 a month. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's baffling. But again, like I said, that attention is a drug. It's a motherfucker. Like, ask any celebrity. You know what I mean? It's a crazy, crazy situation.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. A lot of celebrities do come out and say they wish they would have never started this.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem is one of them. You know, he made that song, I Am Who I Say I Am. He basically talking about he can't go do it. And Jay-Z even said too, he can't go out and be with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it look, at the end of the day, I agree with you. People don't think about the impact it's going to have on people that's close to them, like their husband or wife, their kids, or their parents, or whatever. People don't think about that. They just think about themselves and what they can gain out of it. That's what they think about. And I do think about, okay, for right now, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been plenty of times I want to knock somebody's head off their shoulders at my job. I'm not gonna lie. But I think about this here. If I come home without a job, my wife gonna kick my ass, and my daughter ain't supposed to see me at home every single day not doing anything. You got to think about those things. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I wanted to, but I know I can't because I think about the impact it's going to have on the people that's close to me. You see what I'm saying? So that's what my whole point is. People do not think about that. They just think about themselves at that moment. I can do what I want to do. Yeah, you can. You're right. But like you just said, Hunter, when it impacts your kids, how you gonna feel? You can't talk to your kids about stuff like this. My friend seen your birthmark that's in a private area. Explain that. I wait. Explain that.
Hmm.
You you can't.
Hmm.
Because that is gonna traumatize your kid. Now your kid's gonna come home every single day. Mom, Dad, can y'all stop doing this? Mom, Dad, my friend seen you doing this.
Mm.
So then they ain't gonna want to be around you. They gonna ignore you. You can't do nothing. It's put like that. If it's wait, at least wait till your kids go grown or grown.
Yeah. No, that's what I
You
was
know
saying.
what I'm saying?
But the thing is too, like, and that's if you think it mild. Like I say, here's the thing, especially on the OnlyFans, especially in this highly competitive world of amateur adult entertainment, they doing the wildest stuff to get attention. So it ain't even just, it's the overall, it getting gang bang trained and doing stuff in public, like just all these crazy things. And like, can you imagine going to school? And I'm glad, that it wasn't a thing growing up, because I definitely would have got on some people's mamas. Like, my mother's a saint. I know she would never do such a thing. But it would have been some mamas I know who would have been with it. Because it was some mamas who was trying to get at a nigga when the nigga was in school. So it's like, shit, I already know what kind of shit, what time they was on. So it's just like, can you imagine what them kids are going through? Like, you didn't watch your mama, like, your mama come up to your games or something, or whatever it may be. Like, they ain't seen everybody in the stand, seen your mama and it ran through by a bunch of niggas on OnlyFans or whatever else it may be. Like,
Oh, my bad. Let me cut you off before I forget to talk about that. Speaking of this, I did a video on my channel about a month or so ago about this woman who's on OnlyFans. Now, okay, let me go ahead and break the story down. I remember it like it just happened. Okay, this woman said her kids got kicked out of school because she's on OnlyFans. And how it came down is this: these other women's husbands seen this woman on OnlyFans. Of course, these women get jealous and mad, so they go tell the school, because it was a private school, that is. Go tell the school, so they kick her kids out of the school, because that's one of the conducts, the parents have to, I forgot how it was worded, but the parents have to behave, have to behave. So they kick her kids out of school. So that is going to impact your kids.
correct.
Now, the problem that I have with that, I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit with this one. Just because you kick the kid out of school don't mean your husbands ain't going to look at them.
Correct.
But that's besides the point. But what I'm saying, though, is y'all want to see it, it's on my channel. OnlyFans mom kids get kicked out of school. Go check it out. Go check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. And that right there is going to be traumatized to the kids, because they're going to ask questions. Why am I not in the school? You can only lie for so long. Kids are going to figure stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know my mom, didn't tell me the truth about a lot of things. I ended up finding out. Of course, I was a kid. I wasn't supposed to know a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be a kid, do kid stuff.
Correct.
But kids are going to find out. So then what? Then what you going to do? You're traumatizing these kids. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you traumatize them, they don't even know it yet until they figure stuff out. Then, then what you going to say?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, It's unfortunate. Like I say, I think that in the future there is going to be a lot of tension at Thanksgiving with a lot of families. A lot of kids, once they get a little bit older and learn a couple of things, there's going to be a lot of displeasure with their parents. But what's kind of weird, though, is it's a thing that, a lot of times, and sometimes not, I don't know, it can kind of go both ways, but a lot of times kids see their parents doing a negative thing, and they see how it impacts them as children, and they tend to stray away from it because they see that these behaviors create a lot of turmoil from it young. But then you have a lot of kids who emulate exactly what their parents do, or it was allowed in my house, or there was limits were very loose and there weren't very many rules, and so then they just kind of grow up all willy nilly because mom was out there, seeking attention. Daddy was letting it happen. You know what I'm saying? And so they know that they go on to perpetuate that because even right now they're talking about what is that thing? They're talking about now. What is it that the average man spends more time wanting to play video games than having sex? Or now that the what is it that it's declining because of the millennials or whatever? Like, and so now they're not even interested in women. So now women just doing whatever. I guess they got to figure out who is interested in it. And they try to put themselves out there for that. Or I don't know if it's the adult entertainment that is taking over the action, the actual physical action, because there's so much more access to it. Like, I don't know. But, oh my God.
I've heard that before too, that these kids these days are not into each other as much because they don't know how to communicate with each other. When we got the social media, phone, and stuff like that, they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to, get in tune with each other. And that's what'll make, all of this, heartfelt love making stuff happen. When we were growing up, man, like I said, when we were growing up, if you wanted to get with a woman, you had to put in some work to get with her. Now, it is so easy. You can pretend you're somebody you're not. Nobody don't know you. You can go get a girl from another country with ease, just like that. Now, I mean, but I saw this article about a year or two ago, something like that, to where people is less sex and less relationship, less marriages than when we were coming up, when our grandparents and all them, because technology, then took that away. People don't know how to be in tune with each other. They don't understand that everybody has a different mindset than them do, because everybody's so mad because I don't like this, or I'm gonna tell your boss get you fired because you don't like me because of this and that. Who cares? But people don't, don't understand that no more. That everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why for all that right there. And when I saw that, I'm like, you know what? I gotta agree with that.
I just want to say, Chalk Milk and 12, y'all are both terrible, terrible people. Now, I don't even know. Those are horrible things to say. But yeah, I mean, but that's what's going on out there, though. Yeah, because it's niggas with OnlyFans. I got OnlyFans. It's the most boring OnlyFans on OnlyFans. I was made it to try to talk crazy, but I don't ever even use it. It ain't that kind of OnlyFans. So yeah, I'll go over there trying to subscribe. It's free. I think it's still there. They probably shut it down. This motherfucker's not doing the right stuff on OnlyFans. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I haven't been on there in a while. But like I say, it's crazy. Just everything is wild. Like, it's gotten to the point where I don't know, man. I don't know. Society is in a bad spot. It's in a bad place, and I feel bad for kids. Well, especially in our particular community, because it's not even just the OnlyFans stuff. Look at the entertainers, right? And then I'm gonna circle back to the topic at hand that we were having about the crimes and stuff. But like, look at the entertainers. Who are the leading entertainers in black society now? Especially female entertainers. What do? They're basically singing, rapping strippers. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what it is. Like, what is Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, WAP, and all of them. I mean, all of them. And I sit here and say, people are like, oh, Honcho, you always just trying to shit up. No, it's because I grew up in an era where women could really rap. And they didn't have to do all of that shit. Like, of course, the Little Kims and the Boxies and the Trinas and all that were there. But, like, I was a bigger fan of, like, Missy Elliott, Queen Latifah had her little thing going on. Mia X is one of my favorite rappers of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all would never guess who my favorite female rapper is.
Favorite female?
Never guess. Take a guess. Take one guess. I give everybody in the chat time to figure this out.
I got a guess. Is it a local artist? Is it a local Houston artist?
No.
Okay. All right. That's not what I'm thinking about. That's tough. Favorite female rapper. MC Light.
Nope. I'm gonna give people time in the chat to guess. but I'm gonna go ahead and speak on what you was talking about. But yeah, when we were growing up, yeah, of course you had Lil Kim or Foxy Brown, but they were nowhere near talking like they talk now. Nowhere near. Yeah, it was sexual, but nowhere near. And
Mm.
Lauren, who the hell is Lauren?
Lauren Hill. That was a great one.
Oh,
Lauren
no.
Hill. Lauren Hill did
Lauren
not get the credit that she deserved. And when I talk about, yeah, real quick, like when I talk about women, dog, Lauren Hill at one point in time was like, to me, the most beautiful woman on the planet, dog.
Damn, Professor Trill, you said the boss. I forgot all about her. She was hitting though. She was gangster. She wasn't a sex rapper. She was a gangster rapper. Basically. I forgot all about her.
Gangsta Boo.
Dang.
Gangsta Boo went like Christian rap for a little bit, and I think she went to Christian Boo and went back to Gangsta Boo.
Yeah, because she won't make no money.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I'll go ahead and tell y'all. Y'all never figured it out. My favorite female rapper of all time, she didn't talk sexual at all. She was just spitting lyrics. The Brat.
I don't know why I didn't even think about the Brat. And the Brat did go hard. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that one she had.
That was my favorite female rapper.
What was that what do you like? Whatever it was, I think with Tyrese or whoever she had with it. Look, now, I was like, you saw a different side of the Brat then. I don't know what was going on.
She wasn't dressing all sexual. She wasn't talking sexual. She was just spitting lyrics. That was my favorite female rapper of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm saying right now. So, just look at music back then to now. I agree with you. It kind of does start with the entertainers. I mean, I said it plenty of times before. It's your mindset to go with that or not. Even though people do, but it does kind of start with them because they are popular like this. So,
I'm laughing at Sarah. Oh my goodness.
No, I'm not donating. What?
Until they put Angel Mama on the food stamp.
Oh my God.
Who was it?
He's the only one today.
I'm laughing because.
Who's that lady they supposed to put on the $2 bill? I forgot.
They supposed to put any Tubman on the 20s.
Yeah, there we go. Here, Tubman.
Sarah was the first one. She got the first Tubman 20.
Oh, she did?
Y'all have to let her tell you the story in y'all have to let her tell you the story in the Discord. Yeah, she had one of the first Tubman 20s.
Okay.
But and that's the thing, like I said, but now it's all overly sexualized. But why? Because let's be honest, and if people say, oh, that's what men want. Men don't listen to female rappers.
Let me put it like this here. Because I know when that Cardi B song came out, a lot of women were saying women were saying men want us to be freaking, they were freaking, you don't want it. Mm-hmm. If you ever paid attention to what we were saying, we want you to be freaky with us, not with the world.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I want my woman to be more freaky with me. I don't want her to be more freaky with the world. The whole world ain't supposed to know what she got going on. Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to know.
Yeah, was it lady in the streets, freak in the sheets? Okay.
There you go. Yeah. That's what we've been saying this whole time. Yeah, we want our woman to be freaky, but freaky with us, not. I put it like this. Y'all ain't never heard me say anything about what goes on with me and my wife. Not once. Because it ain't nobody's business. But if I get with Meg Thee Stallion or Cardi B, shit, everybody knows what's going on. Yeah. Everybody knows what she's working with, what she got, what she can do. Because she done told everybody.
Yeah, I've seen it, done it. Especially Cardi B. From her working days, there's plenty of footage of that. So I mean, you can look at it however you want to with that. Again, like I say, sex sell. But men, the only people who listen to female rappers now, and really who, like I said, we had respect for women who could actually rap. Like Missy was a big girl, but she was unique. You know what I'm saying? She had like her own little style to her. She wasn't ever over the top. Like she would dress up and do the stuff in her videos. You know what I'm saying? But whenever you seen her in person, she wasn't crazy looking. She wasn't looking, like off the wall with a bunch of head full of crazy shit. Like, that's why I say, like, now the women nowadays dress like Missy videos. They look all kind of crazy colors, crazy hair, and all kind of shit. Like, they wear that on a normal basis. But my thing was, like, she could rap, and her music was actually timeless. Like, if you put out Missy's music now, then it would fit in right now because it just had such a unique sound. Oh, stop it, Mike. But like I say, but men don't listen to that. Men don't listen to Cardi B. Men don't listen to Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know any dude, even in H-Town, where, Megan's for that's like, yeah, I listen to her music. The only males that listen to Cardi B or whatever like I say, they're structurally deficient in their wrists. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's you don't like those type that love that flamboyant, flashy, the type, you want to call it a box of Lucky Charms, whatever, a bowl of Fruit Loops, whatever you want to call it. Those are the only people that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, men don't. Hey, look, I'm a cow. We'll talk about that, Joe. We'll talk about that bitch. I'm a cow. That's another category. Doja Cat is a horrible entertainer, but we can talk about other things. But again, like I say, like, men don't listen to that. Why? What does it have? Like, because usually when you listen to a rapper or something and you're repeating their lyrics, I'm not finna run around talking about my pussy, give me a bag, my pussy, this. Like, female rappers and female comedians are like the same shit. Like, it's terrible. Like, and I don't want to be straight up, like, ladies, I want y'all to be 100%. I want y'all to be honest with me. Like, I'm finna take it there, just kind of slightly. Who is your favorite female comedian? I would like to know. I would like to know y'all's favorite female comedian. And I'm just gonna leave that there for a little bit, and we'll kind of keep going. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna circle back to that question after we get a couple of answers. And fellas, you can drop your favorite female comedian in there if you want to, also. Angela Johnson. I don't think I'm familiar. I'm not sure who that is. And then I'm just.
There are some that I like, but I don't have a favorite. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, let me rephrase that. I like some of the things that these women talk about, but once they get to a certain point, I don't like it no more. Yeah. So it's a toss up. It's kind of hard to say.
Okay. And that's my thing. Like, even when I go back and think about comedians that I did like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that I did like, it was, like you said, a few things here, a few things there. And who was it? Who was the one? Some more. I think she used to have, some little stuff that I found amusing. Who was the other one? I think, what was her name with the big mouth?
Adele.
Was that Adele or was that Cheryl Underwood? I'm thinking.
Oh, you're talking about Cheryl Underwood? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she do got a big ass mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. Big M. Ooh, I got. Big M. You say some things sometimes that really make you. Wanda Sykes is terrible. And I've seen a multitude of Wanda Sykes. No, sir. And then I seen her on that. What's that new show? With it's not that great of a show. With Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? Like the Upshaws it's on Netflix. It's not. Dominique was the little kind of stud looking chick. She was kind of chunky. I remember her. I think it was. I don't have to write that down. She was kind of funny. I do remember her. I can't sit here and say that I've actually listened to any Roseanne's old stuff.
Roseanne was not fun. It was not fun.
Melanie Camacho, I've heard of her, and I think I've some shit she said that I remember that was pretty funny. Was she on that tour when Dave came? It was somebody. It was a chick who was on that tour when Dave came. That was real funny. I can't remember her. I can't remember her name. But okay, now I'm thinking about a different one. I might be thinking about a different Dominique then, because I was thinking about when she was kind of chunky. Tom Segura is hilarious. I've seen Wanda Sykes stand up. No, sir, absolutely not. Okay. So again, like I say, it's just. And Monique, I think Monique lost a lot of love when she lost a lot of weight. And that's crazy. Like, when Monique started going the route of accountability, You know what I'm saying? Like, people turned on her. Now, you know, the whole Netflix thing, she's completely in the wrong if you ask me. Like, that's on her, you know, like, Cat Williams came out and told you how that worked, but you still have a bunch of people out there still, she's getting screwed over by Netflix. No, she's not. Like, when is the last time you heard somebody say, I can't wait for that new Monique stand-up to drop?
Steve Harvey even told her that. And I'm not a fan of Steve Harvey at all.
Yeah.
I don't like Steve Harvey. And Steve Harvey even told her, look, you're not popping like you once was. It's not like you're a type like a Eddie Murphy. We're gonna be talking about Eddie Murphy even when he's gone, just like we talk about Richard Pryor right now when he's gone. You know what I'm saying? He told her, look, take what you get, work your way up to get that $5 million or however much she said she wanted. You know, get till you get there. Because right now, like you just said, who talks about Monique?
Yeah. Yeah.
Monique wasn't popping since the Parkers.
Yeah. Straight up. And that was just because it was what the spinoff of Moesha, you know what I'm saying, and then it continued. It continued on, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Thea, was it Thea Vidal or something like that? I can't remember what her last name.
Thea, yeah, she was kind of funny.
I remember Thea back in the day. And there was another one somebody had made me think about. Who was the old ass lady from way back in the day? I mean, was Mom's Mabley? What was her name? It was the old. She was old.
I thought you were going to talk about the one that was on Tampa or something. She was a comedian too.
Oh yeah, she was not. She played with Esther or whatever her name was. Esther. She was funny. You fish-eyed fool.
She's the one that was on that NWA song. It's the world's biggest dick.
Okay. Yeah, she was. What did she say? What's she on Friday? You half dead motherfucker. Like I say, she was and I said the old school women, they were a different breed. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to say it was Mom's Mabley, but she was a old school. Yeah, and that's the thing about Monique is like Cat Williams told you, it's about your ticket sales. That's what they go by. Your ticket sales in the last year. Or whatever, you know, and that's the number that they're going to throw you. So if you're not putting out them numbers, if you're not going to bring people, obviously if you're not selling out shows and bringing people to your shows, then to them, and I think that's actually probably a good system to say, okay, well look, just you know, we'll pay you with proof. And okay, you done sold out this many shows, you had this many people watch you. Obviously you have this many people who are willing to pay them high ass ticket prices to come see you. Okay, well these many people will probably be willing to watch your stand up on Netflix. These people will probably be willing, if they don't already have Netflix, to you know, maybe get it to check you out. You say Lunel is on the demon train now. What is she talking about? Lunel is always on some wild shit. Miles maybe wore house custom state. She was the original body wearer. Huh? I guess they took it from her. And so
yeah. Go ahead.
No, you good.
No, I was gonna say I agree with you because it's just like on a job, you know, they're gonna look and see your work history, you missing time from work or longevity. They're gonna say, okay, what was you doing? What's going on? It's the same thing here with Monique. People are gonna say, what's going on? They're not gonna be willing to give you, you know, the top dollar right now. You're gonna have to work your way back up. A lot of people have to do that, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Cat Williams had to do that too. Like when he started going through his issue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He kind of fell off. Now look, he's coming back up. You know what I'm saying? Well, his stand-up, he was in a couple of movies and stuff. He's coming back up. You see what I'm saying? So it's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's not. People might know who you are, but I agree with you. If they not coming to see you, if you're not relevant, always on TV, always in the movie, on the big screen, always on the radio, you know, saying you're spotted here and there, or haven't heard from you in X amount of years, yeah, you're gonna have to work your way back up. Just like you remember the rapper D Nice? Yeah. You remember him? Yeah. You know, he ain't did nothing since that song back in the day. They call me D Nice. Yeah. Now guess what? Now he put out another album right now where he's a DJ now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna, you gotta work your way back on up. It's just how it goes sometimes. Some people sometimes can keep that mainstream going. Some people hit it, fall off, and come right back up. Yeah. So, you know, it's just one of those things that we as people, we feel like, I'm worth $1 gazillion, you're going to pay me this. Okay, you can feel that way all you want, but that don't mean you're going to get it. And I feel like I do way more, I'm worth way more on my job than what I get paid, but hey, I know I ain't going to get it, so I gotta take what I can get unless I got my own shit. I can't tell nobody else what to pay me.
Sure.
That's what I'm trying to say. They paying me. I can't tell you what to pay me.
Yeah. No. And like I said, I agree. That's the thing. And a guy like Cat Williams, like I said though, but Cat is always on the grind. You know what I'm saying? He's always putting in work. You know what I mean? Constantly. You know what I mean? And so again, you know, and he built this stuff up, and he funds a lot of his own stuff, just like he said. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong, Trill? You say Miss Grace is ghosting you? She not showing you love? Well, because you're an asshole. That's why. But you know, again, like I say, it's a situation where, like I say, you know, she wants to build that off of her resume of her old work and things like that. But as we were talking about, you know, women and sentencing and stuff like that, right? And I was looking at a lot of stuff, and they were talking about the disparities in, you know, the incarceration rates between, you know, black women, white women, you know, Latina women. And then I want to say, I can't remember which state it is, but they have a significant Native American population. And the Native American population there has a high incarceration rate. And the thing is, like, you got to understand, especially like on those what is it, the reservation out here, there's like a high rate of alcoholism, and a lot of things go on there. It's almost like the Indians got their own little hoods, if you will. And you got to understand, like, that's where these problems come in that we talk about. When we talk about the lack of family and the lack of things going on, like, when you don't have stability, it doesn't only impact young men negatively. You know what I'm saying? It impacts women negatively. And that's why they get into these things. That's why you see the Brittany Kennedys of the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's why these situations happen. So they're saying, well, why is it happening more so? Because we're telling, oh, well, it's okay to respond in an overly emotional way to something that you can control. You know what I'm saying? And I already know what you got. I got something special for you. I have to reach out. I'm waiting for 2 other people to respond so I can get it all done at once. Don't worry about it. I got you. It's gonna be real player when it's done. You're gonna really feel it. I'm waiting on 2 people to respond so I know exactly what I need to do. I already know what I need to do to yours, nigga. So trust me. A little something extra for the wait. But
Trill on something.
No. He's right now. But I said I'm waiting. I'm waiting on 2 people to respond. I actually hit him back today to try to see what. I'm trying not to tell you exactly what they know what it is, but Trill ain't gonna know. So my thing is, it's just like, yeah, you know, that's what we're talking about. That's why it's to the point where men are preaching this again. Men are to the point where, like, we want, you know, family. We are trying to have this. Now, you got a lot of, and this is something I'm going to talk about soon, because y'all always, oh, we don't ever talk about the men. I got this thing, I'm like really on the brink of ending my relationship with rap music. You know what I'm saying? Of ending. You ain't sweating, you upsold. You're getting the bonus package. But my thing, like I said, is just that it's like I've been listening, especially the shit now, and there's so many stories I want to talk. But it gets to the point sometimes I see so much shit that I think rap might be one of the most detrimental things happening to our community right now. And I hate to say, like, I was really having a conversation with myself about, like, you know, sensible folks, you know, but just to the point where, you know, especially black folks, we give entertainers so much sway, so much power. But that's why the politicians go run and get the rappers. You know what I'm saying? That's why they go in and get the entertainer. They get all these people. It has so much sway. So when people say, oh, you know, well, that music don't impact me, it ain't about you. If you got sense, that's fine. But how many other niggas you know that it does impact? Because if a rapper come out wearing something, what happens tomorrow? Everybody else wearing it. If a female rapper used some slang, what happened? The WAP came out, every woman in America was whopping. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then what's that super trash song? Because I be seeing the TikToks about it. That body yaddy yaddy yaddy. That's the worst song. Oh my God, it's such a trash song. I don't even know who sings it. Yeah, but it's like body yaddy yaddy, and it's like, the body. And then so what they do is like they play the song, right? Dudes they'll have their camera on and they'll play the body yaddy yaddy song while their girl is around, right? And then the girls start twerking and doing, I guess, whatever is in the song. And then it changes in the middle of it to the, oh, there you go. Oh, can't make a wife out of a hoe. Oh, something. And they get mad because they done basically been exposed because y'all over there, they're letting the song control you. Got you twerking and doing a bunch of crazy shit. And then you mad when the subject, the nigga clown you because look at you. Look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't control yourself. You hear a song and you start dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear a thing, and that's control. And that's when I tell people, like, you are influenced by these things. These things impact you whether you believe it or not. You listen to something long enough, you repeat it. It's just like affirmations. It's just like, self-talk, whatever you want to call it, that you repeat this stuff long enough. It gets in your head. You start behaving that way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't even have to get on TikTok. I probably got some of the videos somewhere off on Facebook or whatever. You might not be on there. I'll find a link or something and post them in the thing. It's like they got, dozens and dozens and dozens of them. You know what I'm saying? Like
I've said the same thing plenty of times before, but I said just look at Lil Wayne. Mm-hmm. Before Lil Wayne became who he is today, how many black men you have seen wearing skinny? Lil Wayne come out wearing skinny jeans. Now it's cool for every black man. I don't say every, but a lot of black men to wear skinny jeans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. I ain't never seen that one black man skateboarding until Lil Wayne.
Now I see that. I've seen a few, but it became a lot more popular after he started doing it. But yeah, because he used to be a dude. I can't remember his name. He was cold. He was real good. You know what I'm saying?
But and then, like I even told this story before. I'll never forget. There was a few years ago. Me and my wife was at the mall. We was in the pool court. We was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying each other's company. Here come I think it was like 3 guys, looking just like the rapper Plies.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they do. And just like we was at the outlet mall out here, and we was at one of these stores, me and my wife, and this one woman had on makeup. I swear for God, you would think she was like the any version of Kim Kardashian. Mm. It's like, yeah, they do try to portray the celebrity.
Yeah. And
you can't tell me you don't see that. We all see that. Whether you want to admit it or not, we all see that. You know what I'm saying? You doing what they're doing. And I even said that before too. I said, when you were going to school, just think about this here, Honcho. When you were going to school, if you saw a man or anybody was in some flooding jeans, you would talk crap about them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You was gonna get the business.
But did you talk about Michael Jackson?
Nope.
My point exactly.
He made Thriller.
If I go around wearing with just one glove in my hand, you would think something was wrong with me. But you didn't talk about Michael Jackson.
No.
That's my point right there.
Yeah, absolutely. But they say, look, Michael was plugged in. He put them killers on you. But no, like I say, it's well, I was laughing about some Kim K is a terrible situation. But here's the thing, but that's what I'm saying. Did y'all see that one? It was this chick. I think she was a white chick, or maybe she was mixed. I don't know. And this dude, he looked like a fat ass Kanye. He did kind of look like a fat Kanye. She looked like a fat Kim K. And they were just going on, yeah, everybody tells us that we look like Kanye and Kim K. No, it's not the fact that you're trying as hard as you possibly can to look like them. You know what I'm saying? And they were trying to do a little photo shoot, some other crazy shit. All right, Professor Trill, get your ass out there, nigga. You know I ain't nothing but love. Get your ass out of here. We'll be in the Discord after this. Keep your eyes on the road, nigga. But yeah, like I said, it's just crazy because people are so influenced. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm still trying to figure out where the eyebrow. Did Kim K and them start the eyebrows? Like, is that where that happened? Like, because I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, where the eyebrows have come from, right? And
I'll let you through.
And after the stream, I'm gonna post this link in the Discord, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna post this link in the Discord, and I need somebody to tell me what it is, because this is why I'm saying that makeup is the like that picture I showed y'all earlier. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like she did some voodoo with the makeup, but this other person I'm going to show y'all, I got a lot of questions. So my thing is just like, so I'm gonna post the link because they actually have a YouTube channel, and so I'm trying to figure it all out. What you mean? MC Hammer? Nah, niggas was wearing hammer pants. Don't get it twisted. Niggas was wearing hammer pants. Oh, they was out there.
Wow.
Yeah, they was wearing hammer pants, baby. Don't get it twisted. Like, I might have had some hammer pants when I was young. I don't know.
Sarah's on one. You see this? She is on one today.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on 1 second.
Wow.
Bad. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Hold on 1 second. Shout out to Bad Bot. Hope all is well with you, sir. You attack boy. Trill. You know, Trill is the biggest Kevin Samuels fan that I do know. Let me see and make sure. Hold on. Make sure y'all follow Man Up channel here.
While y'all doing that, while you doing that, Hunter, I do want to say this: there ain't nothing wrong with being a fan of celebrities. Don't get me wrong, because we all fans of someone. You know, like I said, my favorite female rapper is the Brat. So my favorite male rapper is Scarface. But I ain't trying to go around looking like Scarface either.
No, exactly.
I ain't trying to do none of the stuff that he do.
Right.
But the thing is this here, though. At the end of the day, man, all we're saying is this here. Just acknowledge what it is that you're doing. Don't sit here and try to front like it ain't, because people see it. I see it all the time. It's like, really, y'all? Really? It's like, come on now. For example, like I said with Hunter, you know, you will make fun of somebody. Even to this day, you make fun of somebody that they blood in their pants. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't make fun of Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? If you saw a man back in the day wearing skinny jeans, you would think something was wrong with it. Nowadays, Lil Wayne made that popular. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. You know what I'm saying? If I walked around outside.
What did I do? I might have ruined it.
Well, all my jewelry around my neck, y'all might think something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. It's like, come on now. You got to be honest and be real with that.
Now, give me just a moment. Y'all know, like I say, we slide in the after party after the stream. So I'm going to make sure I drop this here. Hold on. It'll be good. What's the night? So it'll be good till like 10 in the morning. I'll make it 12 hours. And for those of y'all, like I say, 10 uses, 12 hours. So here's my thing, right? And I agree. And I got a question. I'm gonna throw a question out here for those of you who are still watching. Who had a bigger influence? And I'm already kind of leaning one way, but because I've seen this argument. I've actually had this argument with some folks from certain coasts. Who do you feel like had a bigger influence on rap? Or just the culture, not even rap. Which rapper had a bigger influence on the culture of people?
That's a good one.
Lil Wayne or Jay-Z?
That's good. Lil Wayne or Jay-Z? I know a lot of people gonna say Jay-Z because he's more popular, and Lil Wayne said his favorite rapper is Jay-Z. I gotta say Lil Wayne. I gotta say Lil Wayne.
Okay. Macklemore.
Hey, Lil Wayne had. My bad. Lil Wayne had crossover hits too. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne was doing country music, rock music, playing guitars, and all that stuff too now.
Jay, if I'm not mistaken, actually never had a number one hit. Now, I don't think he was ever number one on the Billboard if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to go back and check that, but I want to say that I read that somewhere that he never had a number one. Like he was up there, but I felt like that was not true. I'd have to go back and double check.
No, he did.
He did.
Big Pimpin'.
Big Pimpin' was the number one.
With UGK. Well, I don't know if it was number one on Billboard.
Yeah.
But it was a number one hit with golly, but I don't know if it was number one on Billboard top. But
well, one, I'm not giving that song to Jay-Z. That song, if it was Jay-Z by himself, would have been a trash song. That was UGK's song, and it was proven because Jay originally recorded that one verse and then had to go back and added another verse because it was that original version, and then he backdoored and added a verse to the end of that shit, and that wasn't even his style on that second verse that he added to. He tried to with that southern twang to it, like. And I remember with Big Pimpin', it was a lot of motherfuckers that just like didn't like something. They didn't know what blades were. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas in the East Coast didn't know what blades were back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? And down here, everybody was chopping blades. Like it wasn't a thing. So they was like BLADs. Like what is that? What you know? So it was a lot of confusion apparently going on with that. I personally say Lil Wayne. And the reason why I say Lil Wayne is because I think ultimately, if you look at how people dress, behave, and all those things, after Wayne, it seemed like everybody and their mama started growing dreads. And I'm not saying he started that, but you saw a lot more of it. Like you mentioned, the skinny jeans, the kind of the attire that everybody wears now. That wasn't a Jay-Z. I think Jay trying to grow some dreads now. I think he still got them, but they shit looking crazy. Nigga, you 50. Why you waiting to grow dreads at 50 years old? What the fuck wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, I felt like Wayne just had a bigger influence overall on rap culture. Like, Jay had hits, and again, I was never really a huge Jay-Z fan. I didn't really start really rocking with Jay-Z, or really even paying attention to maybe the Black Album. I had, I think it was the Blueprint 2, The Gift and the Curse. There was a couple of songs that I used to listen to before football games, like the MOP song, and it was another one. But Frost, man, where have you been? Hope all is well with you, sir. It's been a minute. I hope all is good. We were talking about you the other day, man. In a good way. We always just was wondering what happened.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Chocolate Milk said Lil Wayne's reign was short.
I disagree.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. I ain't gonna speak on that. Leave it at that. If that's what you want to say, go right ahead. That man was putting out 4-5 albums a year for like 20 years.
Wayne changed the game in the sense of like how rappers operate now. Like all these mixtapes and stuff, that was Wayne doing all that shit.
Wayne.
Yeah.
He would do a main album, do like 5 or 6 different mixtapes or 5 or 6 different DJs.
Yeah.
He was putting shit out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. There's probably a couple of dedication mixtapes that I like. Probably the first 3 or 4. I'm sure Dedication 5 wasn't too bad if I wasn't mistaken. The droughts, like he had that drought series. The Lil Louisiana was a great mixtape. That whole little squad shit he had going for a while. That's like when I first got hip to it. The nigga sold me a bootleg CD of that shit at Sharpstown. I was like, Squad. Like he was like, he threw that last little CD in because he was like, I got this, and this. And so I was like, man, I guess he's like, man, this shit go hard. He's like, check that shit out. Like, check it out. Woo, woo, woo. I was like, man, Lil Wayne, the block is hot. Lil Wayne. He's like, man, check this shit out. So I listen to that shit. I'm like, who is this nigga? Like, why is this nigga not been rapping? And then shortly after that, he came with the Carter. And the Carter, to me, is still Lil Wayne's best album. But it didn't get that appeal. A lot of motherfuckers, the Carter one was a great album, a press play album to me. Carter 2 was good. Carter 3 was and then like after that I couldn't tell you. I probably didn't listen to Carter 4, or I don't even know if Carter 5 ever came out. But like that whole lollipop shit, all that shit out, and I was like, yeah, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool on that. Matter of fact, I remember I had to send out some tickets when that lollipop shit came out. It was nigga, he was just getting, I think he was getting transferred from state. He was about to be going back home. And this nigga in the motherfucker singing lollipop. Nigga, it ain't nothing but niggas in here. Why the fuck is you singing that goddamn song? Anyway, that's a whole other story for another time and place. Hey, DMX was the truth, man. It's very unfortunate what happened to him. But Here's the deal.
But we're not talking about. I saw somebody say Tupac, and
Yeah.
we're not talking about them two. Just
Mm-mm.
Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. I gotta say Lil Wayne, man.
Yeah.
Not only that, not only because of how he dressed in the thread, but you gotta also look at this. He also put it down for a side of the country that wasn't really popping as big. East Coast and West Coast was always popping with the rap. South was, I'm not gonna say not popping because it was, with Luda and T.I., but it wasn't popping as big. Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys and Juvenile, all of them did, get it going.
Yeah.
Did get it popping.
And he showed that the South had lyricism. Like, that was the thing. Everybody was, South is just party music. Everybody was dismissing Southern music as just party shit. And then he showed that he really had, some lyricism. Like, he could get with anybody, and who was it? It was that. And then, like I said, yeah, then, the Cash Match. I was a fan of the Hot Boys. Guerrilla Warfare was a great CD to me. I was a super big fan of Manny Fresh, one of the greatest producers in the game that just never got the love he deserved. Like, I don't think people realize how great Manny Fresh was. He was the GOAT. Jay-Z first number one feature was Heartbreak.
Just say, Lewis, Master P put this album on the map. Are you serious? I'm not knocking Master P. I like his music and his hustle. But no, he didn't.
Yeah. But if I'm gonna say anybody put the South on the map, I would say the Ghetto Boys put the South on the map.
I was just gonna say who you think, and I'll say Scarface.
Yeah.
But that's the Ghetto Boys. But I was gonna say Scarface. Because who was rapping back then in the South?
I mean, you had a lot of, but it was just nobody was really paying attention. Like I say.
I mean, no, it wasn't mainstream.
Yeah. But like I say,
it was local because we, we're from here.
Yeah, South had to operate different. They had to work, the chitlin circle. Like, they had to get popping in the clubs. They had to get their music going in the clubs. Then would get some love on the radio. And that's why when I used to actually listen to 97.9, I used to love Straight from the Streets. Like, I would not miss Straight from the Streets because they'd always play new artists, like, especially here in Houston, like, that you didn't hear. And it would be like a few hours they played just new artists. And that was the first time I heard Wanna Be a Baller. And I know when I first heard that first time, I was like, dog, this whole jams. And I remember, and I started writing, like, I'm listening to it, I'm like, man, this whole, and I wrote the lyrics on my fucking book cover, right? And here's the thing, because, motherfuckers turn their book covers inside out, so it would be blank so you could draw on and do all that other shit. And so I wrote that shit on my book cover, and I remember that shit, and I was singing that shit for a couple of days, and then by the end of that week, everybody and their mama was singing that fucking song at school. I was like, I was on this shit before all y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's like, dog, that shit took off. It was a hit. But like, Straight from, she used to play all the good classic local shit. That was the chance for artists to get on. Then, 97.9 is whatever they are now. I couldn't tell, I ain't listening so long. But yeah.
Also, another song that was hitting that really that wasn't that popular, but now kind of is, I guess you could say, is Gonna fire lighters on my dresser.
Yeah. And it's crazy the influence that song had. Like that it got out. It was because it's been a few different artists. Like I've heard, I think Kendrick Lamar make a reference to it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of music from the South that got out to LA. Fat Pat had a lot of shit niggas was jamming in LA. Cause I remember that nigga came on whose show it was and tried to say he wrote this verse for, it might have been Maury, I think. He talking about, yeah, baby, I wrote this song for you or whatever. I'm trying to get back with you. And it was Fat Pat shit that want to be down with you. And he was like, and niggas was mad about that shit. Because this nigga basically stole his shit. I mean, he really just rapped his shit. You know what I'm saying? He say, when the jam is all you got. Yo, yeah. I feel you. But here's the deal, man. No, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Now, I was going to say, if you got to want to make a point, I was say we're going to get ready to wrap it up here and get ready to slide into the after party. But if there's anything you want to say before we get ready to wrap that up, go ahead.
Man, it's been fun talking about you, man. You just took me back down the memory lane on that one, man. When I was a little younger. When I was a little boy, I guess you could say, or man down, starting to become man up here. I remember these songs, man. Everybody, you cannot say my mind playing tricks on me did not put the South music on the map.
Yeah, mind playing tricks.
My mind playing tricks on me. Yeah. Even to this day, and that song like what, 25, 30 years old, still hit. But I appreciate you, Honcho, for having me on, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I gotta try to find a way to do this more often, man.
Yeah, man. Just let me know. We can always make it shake. Like I say, because I know the people enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. Heidi's still in here? Terrible.
What?
Heidi doesn't. You guys start talking about black stuff. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not gonna hear
Well,
it.
me and you need to get on that game again, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know. Shit.
You made me download the game. Now I got it. We gotta get on.
Yeah, we gotta get a group though. We got, like I say, we gotta get the group because like it's just trust me, it's a different level of play when you actually got a full squad going. So we gonna try to get everybody on this shit and we gonna make this shit shake. Now that we know how to make it work and everything. But I want to say shout out to y'all, all of the Den folk. Shout out to everybody who showed super chat love. I appreciate all of y'all. And let me see. It's a magic box. Shout out to Miss Grace. Wouldn't y'all like to know what's in it? If you want to know, then make sure you slide into the Discord. I'm going to put the link in there one more time. We finna hop into Discord immediately after the end of the stream. And with that being said, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to Mr. Man Up. Again, I always enjoy when you come through. It's always a great stream when you do. But with that being said, we chunk up the deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Oh, man, the classic. The classic. I might have to bring them back. Nah, I'm gonna leave it. If you got it, you got it. That might be a classic vintage item one day. You know what I'm saying? You got the OG, you got the original, man. But, man, I appreciate y'all. And we finna cha-cha slide. And I appreciate the love, Miss Marie Lovely. Thank you. And again, we'll be streaming many more primes than that, but hopefully your husband gets home soon. Maybe it's a fast 13 days. And, you make sure you put it on and make him know why he missed you. But with that being said, already. Let's go.